of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Oakes, and that's the kicker, Tyler Loop, set to get this started. Off we go from Southern California. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nabula. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll get this to Karen Williams. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Lady!
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. It's Kobe Parkinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. They go play action with Stafford. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Stafford to throw again. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
24 yards.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On play action, it's Stafford. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That one caught by Adams. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 17, Devontae Adams.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Williams.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to
His defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down. So, first and 10 now from the 30. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Jackson now on second down. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. He'll try and run for this with Henry. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
A first down throw for Jackson. Moving to his right. He's going to run it. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Second down. Jackson. Flush to his right.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
Set to go now on first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. 13. Now it's Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
It's a turnover on downs.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
To the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Stafford now on second down. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action now for Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back in Southern California in a moment.
Hey, 50, set.
Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it with first and 10. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. And it'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
Middle. Ready.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he'll get forward. Give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds. And that's going to bring up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
Set.
Throwing again is Stafford. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's shoved out of bounds and probably loses a yard.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Omaha, ready.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass is caught left side. That's Parkinson. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on fourth and goal. That one is good. And the Rams will take a 3-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On first and 10, Jackson will try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Pistol formation with Jackson. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. Forced to his right. Now he will score! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away.
The Rams take over first and 10. The Rams take over first and 10. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hey, Red! Hey, 32! Look behind.
Off play action. It's Stafford. Headed left, buying time. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Set!
They'll fake the handoff now, Stafford. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. You will happily take this starting field position. They begin with first and goal at the 2. Flush to his right. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! DeAndre Hopkins! Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Hurry! Set!
Stafford now to throw on first down. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up second and...
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll look middle and get this one to Parkinson. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Zebra! Set! Good on!
Second down, it's Stafford. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
On first and 10, Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. Going right back to Nakua, complete.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
That one is complete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down.
53.
Stafford to throw it. That's taken in, and he's going to have that first down. They didn't want to settle for 3, and now it's first and goal.
Rams first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Williams trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Second and goal.
One more time for Williams. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. The Rams use their third and final timeout. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Once more from the 2. Third and goal. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Kind of interesting. You don't see a lot of teams play dime personnel down here in the real low red zone, Mike, but great job by the defensive coordinator anticipating pass, right personnel, right coverage, and really muddied up that back end for the quarterback.
And this will pay off. It is caught. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Rams.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now, Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up as the 25-yard mark. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
And the Ravens first down.
From the gun, Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. Jackson up top again. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Rams' 18-yard line.
On the give, here's Henry. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Jackson now on second down. Moving outside the pocket. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Nathan Landman. Accelerating toward midfield. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
Intercepted. The Rams take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
180. Hey, 70 tonight.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And the Ravens are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction. Steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
First down, Ravens.
On the ground, here's Mitchell. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
This play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
There's a short one caught by Andrews.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the Ravens first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they needed, they surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. Again, it's Jackson. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. To break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10.
And the Ravens first down.
Running is Mitchell. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
We'll come to the line now on second and 2. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Second down, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Lake. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flat. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for our Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So we are through three. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive. First and 10.
First and 10 at the
A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
A gain of 22.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
First and goal.
They put Adams in motion. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will score. Game on. Tyron Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Beavis good on the extra point. And the Rams are back within 6.
23. Rams 17.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchdown. On first and 10, Jackson will try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Jackson looking to throw. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to bring up a third down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Intercepted. The Rams take over first and 10.
A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
Race getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They go play action with Stafford. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Pick by Malachi starts. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have it just past the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson flushed to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. Now he'll just try to pitch this one forward, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big one here in the 4th quarter. A gain of 48. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the Rams' 11-yard line.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Out to his right. Taking off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Hey, report.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. Rolling right. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of 1st.
So on is Tyler Luke in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get free.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
40 got.
Stafford. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pick.
Now 2nd and inches.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Right side, complete to Nakua. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
59. Hey, 22.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
180. Omaha, ready, move.
Stafford to throw again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Set. 32.
Stafford to throw it. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. He gets free. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6. Mike, there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide-open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2. You just got to catch the ball.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. Out of the gun, Stafford. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game.
That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down. They'll come up for first and 10.
The Rams take over first and 10.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Adams. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
At the 18-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Lake. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And the defense quick to surround him there as he'll manage to get up only to about the 7. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. They'll come up now for second down.
Like 7. Set.
One last throw here for Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.